It is a fact that when a man gets married, his income ends up going up.
They have to.
Because if they don't, they are no longer married anymore.
Like weightlifters are
Can we touch back though for a minute on like
Sure.
women leaving men like because the woman ends up making more money?
Yes.
I feel like part of that reason too is because men start to feel emasculated, they start to resent their woman and they get insecure. And like you cannot be with an insecure man who starts to resent you.
I'm with you.
That
But still
part.
women filing for divorce.
Because the man ends up hating her.
Okay, so while that may be the case, there's another funny stat that's incredible. The amount of lesbian divorce. So lesbians get divorced
so
at
many.
73%. Isn't that crazy? Do you know what percentage of women file for divorce in heterosexual relationships? Wait for it. 73%. So
The man doesn't divorce, he just ends up cheating on her.
I mean, most men don't cheat. You understand that, Katarina? Most men don't cheat. It's like less than 30% of men cheat. It really is. Because they have no option. When you hold on, Katarina.
reported.
When you and I hold on. When you and I get married and we move out to the farm,
We're getting married?
There's no one for us. But if we do that, Katarina, and then we're like, okay, generally what happens is he gives up his bachelor pad and he goes off to the woods. He gets a big old house out in McDonald Ranch or whatever, way out there in Summerlin, way out on the west side.
Mount Charleston.
Yeah, he does that. And there's no women around. You want to know why these guys have fucking fences around their house? To keep the bitches out. That's why. Every time I've been in a relationship, women are like, let's move as far away from the hose as possible. Men in general, in relationships,
Men
do not
don't-
have the options to cheat like you think they do.
Okay, men also don't leave because if they leave their wife, they lose free labor. The wife ends
Oh
up
my
cooking,
goodness.
she ends up
Oh, that's a good
So
one.
think about it.
Oh.
No.
Yeah.
It is a
Gloria
fact.
Steinem
It is a
for coming on the
fact.
podcast.
It is a fact.
We
It
are
is a
hitting
fact.
left-handed today.
It is a fact that when a man gets married, his income ends up going up.
Because it has to. If it doesn't go up,
Yeah, but-
he ends up
No,
not
because
married
he ends
anymore.
up being able to work more. He ends up being able to focus more on work because now he has somebody at home who's
Yeah,
cooking,
someone at home
cleaning, and
running
doing
it.
all of that
Correct.
for him.
You know, I love this because everybody says, married men make more money. Yes.
They have to.
Because if they don't, they are no longer married anymore.
Like weightlifters are
But it
stronger.
is,
They have to.
And
it
then
is
they also
proven
don't
that their
diverse.
lives get better.
Yeah, their lives get better. It's known their lives get better.
Until you have a journey of self-discovery in Tulum or at Burning Man, and then you need to,
I
you need to
actually
find
did-
yourself.
I actually
and then you
did do
find
that.
Claude or Pablo, and then all of a sudden it was just a journey of self-discovery. That's what happened. And then all of a sudden now we have to get a divorce and we don't get to see our kids. That's what happens.
That's a niche response. That's a niche response.
Okay, you're right. Most women don't cheat and most men don't cheat. People hate when I say this, but it's true. It is absolutely true. Like, I love what you guys want to get real popular on YouTube. It's really easy. Just be cynical as fuck. Actually, Twitter better than any other place. You see the yeah, there we go, right here. just be cynical, and you'll blow up on those platforms. But the reality is, if you look at the data, men do cheat more than women, and women cheat. Women are catching up, and it's like 25 to 30%.
But it's also
Who's doing
it's
these
also,
statistics? Like,
it's also,
I'm like, are people just writing them Yeah, down? like,
So-
and like, are these
Anissa,
people
Why are they
actually
doing the
being
survey?
honest?
It's a great question.
Who's going to admit
it's
that? Yeah.
Anissa, so it's multiple surveys over decades where they go over this, and the numbers for men come out to be the same. And you might say, well, then men
I don't
cheat
know if I
more
would
than-
trust cheaters, to be honest. Like,
well,
I don't know
the
if
other thing
Well,
is
they're
the other
anonymous
thing is-
surveys. They're
the other thing
anonymous
is-
surveys.
I know, but like, I
they're-
mean, I don't
they're
know. I
also-
probably
they're
wouldn't want to rat
also-
myself out. Like,
They're also
I don't know.
aggregating over different age cohorts as well. So, like when women are between the ages of in their mid 20s, they tend to cheat as much and maybe a little bit more. But once they get into the 30s, they tend to cheat less. Whereas men tend to cheat more once they get into their 30s.
Let's just say the data is off because a lot of people are lying. Let's just say it's not 20% women cheating and 30% men. Let's say it's 25% women and 35% men. Still, most men don't cheat.
I believe it's equal females and males cheating.
You know who else said that? Sadia Khan.
I got one more thing to say
Yeah.
really quickly. When I was on the way over here, I was talking to Laura, I was talking to you about the fact that there's the difference between the socioeconomic levels between guys who are about the same age, right? Remember what we're saying? It's like when you got a woman who's making more money than the guy is, and there's no possible way that the guy who's like, say, two people like 24 and 24 years old, there's no way that a woman who's like even making a moderate amount of money on like Instagram or OnlyFans or however much, that guy is going to be able to stay up. So there has to be something else. There has to be some other quality that brings those two together. In the first place, Not talking about after the fact, they're already married and now suddenly the incomes change. I'm talking before you even get to the marriage side of things.
Exactly. Be nice to her. Just do nice things that would make her want to have you around, regardless of her income.
You really don't think that women have men who are nice to them and they still divorce them? Are you serious?
I don't
No,
know.
we're talking before the marriage, before
Just
marriage.
saying
even
in
occurred.
general.